My name is Bo Smith.
And I'm Jason Claus.
Welcome back to week 4 of an episode of Pete's Corner.
This week we're all about homecoming and all the festivities that go along with that.
We're right here in front of the beautiful orange fountain that they dyed on Sunday. Amelia Howdeggy has the inside scoop.
3, 2, 1.
A bright orange fountain and a new king and queen can only mean one thing. It's officially America's greatest homecoming.
We just had the fountain dyeing, which is every year it's the kickoff for homecoming week. The homecoming executive team gets to dye the fountain orange, and it stays orange all week, and it's really fun. And then it's also where we get to know who the homecoming king and queen are.
If you couldn't tell by the sparkly tiara, Mia Rooker is our 2022 homecoming queen. And standing by her side in victory is senior Breland Stewart, Oklahoma State's new homecoming king.
It doesn't really feel real right now. I guess I'll settle into it in a minute.
Stewart's reign will forever be a part of OSU history, as he is the university's first ever Black homecoming king. He attributes his success to always putting others above himself.
Being bigger than myself, I never feel like I do things for me. I always do things for other people. So just knowing something like this is bigger than me, I feel like that's what got me here.
For Stewart and Rooker, as well as the other nominees, this honor wasn't without an extensive application process and a series of interviews with alumni.
Homecoming week is off to a splash and a sash, as we have now named OSU royalty and we have dyed the iconic fountain America's brightest orange.
The tradition of homecoming began in 1920 and is stronger than ever as tens of thousands of alumni venture back to good old Stillwater, Oklahoma each year.
It's honestly a tradition that's been around for 101 years, and I think it does bring a lot of people past and present together, and it's something that we all admire doing, and obviously we love that orange color.
The dyeing of the fountain is a relatively new tradition. Adding that iconic bright orange color only started in 1999. So whether you were able to kick off homecoming week witnessing history being made, or you're just getting started in all the week's festivities, there's truly no place like America's greatest homecoming. For Pete's Corner, I'm Amelia Howdeggy.
Thanks, Amelia. Right now we're gathered in front of all the signs of the sign competition. What's your favorite one out of all these?
I really like the Heroes Lead the Way one. It makes me feel good, and I really like the theme about this year.
That's a good one. I did enjoy that one, but I think my favorite is over here, the Cowboys Assembly. It has a cartoon realism theme to it. It just looks really good. Pistol Pete kind of gives off that realism more than what he's seen as a head. The painting and artism is just amazing and immaculate.
Everyone did a really good job this year.
Yeah.
These homecoming traditions may be a little overwhelming for some freshmen, but Gavin Pendergraph is going to tell us about a freshman's first experience here at Oklahoma State.
A freshman's first experience at homecoming here at Oklahoma State can be a very exciting time with a multitude of events for students to take part in. One of those students being freshman Tana Salzen, who is new to the Stillwater area and to the festivities that take place on and off campus.
Leading up to my first homecoming here, it's pretty eventful because you got the sign challenge history going on. Obviously, we have the orange fountain, which is really nice, and the homecoming game itself. It's a great time to be a Cowboy.
As you can see, freshmen like Tanis are ready to see what OSU has to offer during homecoming. With events such as the Sea of Orange Parade and the Cowboys game against Texas, you may catch Tanis there with some of his friends, such as fellow freshman Martin Montiel.
I'm really looking forward to going to the parade with my friends, but I'm mostly excited about going to the homecoming game since it'll be my first time as a freshman.
There's plenty of opportunities for new students on campus to get involved with leading up to homecoming, such as the annual sign competition, as well as the Hester Street painting, where students will have the chance to meet Pistol Pete himself.
I'm looking forward to the game just so I can hang out with my friends. We're going to throw, maybe not a little party, but, just get a little get-together, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a really chill evening that night, and obviously the game's going to be a lot of fun, so, no worries there.
Homecoming for freshmen at Oklahoma State is a very special time that will be sure to create a lifetime of memories. From Pete's Corner, I'm Gavin Pendergraph.
Thanks for that story, Gavin. Now we're outside here at the Afferton Hotel, where Garrison is going to tell us more about how hotels prepare for the homecoming crowds.
People from all over the country will be visiting Stillwater for homecoming, but many of them are facing the same challenge, finding a place to stay. With the massive influx of people visiting the town for the weekend, Stillwater hotels are either completely full or have raised their prices significantly. This has caused a change of plans for many families coming from out of state, like Melanie Calvert from Plano, Texas, who is looking forward to the homecoming festivities with her son, who is an OSU graduate, but struggled to find a place to stay.
It's just not worth the extra money to me. We've nearly always stayed in Guthrie. We even waited too long for that. I couldn't even get in Edmond. We're staying at a hotel in northern Oklahoma City just to have a place to stay.
Even though Calvert and her family were able to get a room, they're now staying an hour away from Stillwater, which has complicated their homecoming plans.
We're going to forego the walk around, which is really fun, and then just try to get up early Saturday morning and get there for the parade and hopefully see most of the setups and stuff Saturday morning before the game starts.
Thankfully, Calvert was able to find a place to stay in Oklahoma City, but finding somewhere here in Stillwater is nearly impossible. I'm here outside of Holiday Inn, which is one of the only hotels that still has availability this weekend. But here you're going to be paying well over $500 a night. I talked to a hotel manager about what it's like running a hotel on a weekend like this.
Josh Bernard is the manager of the Atherton Hotel at OSU, and with his experience in the business, he explained to me why some hotels have to raise their prices to stay in business.
I don't gouge, but a lot of people do, and they have to make a lot of their revenue for the year on these 7 to 10 weekends. You have to get what you can get at the time just to be able to operate the rest of the year.
However, even with other hotels raising their prices, Bernard said he wants his hotel to be different.
It's standard. We had the same rate for all football games. I don't do that. I understand, again, the supply and demand thing, but I don't believe in gouging, and I think there's a rate integrity that we try to adhere to. I feel bad for those that can't get a room here, no question.
Although it can be tough, both visitors and hotels are having to adjust in preparation for America's greatest homecoming. For Pete's Corner, I'm Garrison Marsh.
Thanks, Garrison.
Now, one of the bigger events here in Stillwater for Homecoming Week is the Harvest Carnival. Katie Leard has more.
Oklahoma State University boasts the title of America's Greatest Homecoming. But what's the story behind that title? The Harvest Carnival was the first and is the oldest homecoming tradition for OSU, beginning in 1913.
This is unique because it truly brings the community to OSU to see what us students put on. This is all student ran and student based, and the community and kids get to come and see what us as OSU students get to do.
The carnival is hosted by student body organizations including Greek Life and OSU alumni. For the price of one donated can of food, the Harvest Carnival includes games, prizes, and even celebrity appearances. OSU's live mascot, Bullet the Horse, is an icon to both OSU and Cowboy football. Bullet makes his appearances during football games right after touchdowns when he rides across Boone Pickens Stadium escorted by one of the Spirit Riders. One of this year's Spirit Riders, Rob Baumhoff, also made an appearance at the Harvest Carnival along with Bullet.
So actually one of my buddies is in charge of this, and so he asked me if I could bring Bullet and do pictures like what we're doing right now. And so I love homecoming and all that involves, and so I was more than happy to bring Bullet.
The Spirit Riders and Bullet offer to take pictures with anyone that wants to meet the mascot, including children, adults, students, and more.
We love Bullet. We were working on liking horses still, but you know, Bullet's just part of OSU, it's part of the family and the history of the Cowboys, and we love yelling "Go Pokes!" and here comes Bullet, and it's always great to see them out and interacting.
Bullet and the Spirit Riders' appearance at the Harvest Carnival just offers another way that the Stillwater community can interact and be a part of the Cowboy family.
So much fun to see how their face just lights up whenever they see Bullet and they get to go pet them, and it just makes their day, and that makes my day.
With Pete's Corner, I'm Katie Leard.
Thanks, Katie. Now, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll meet you all at Hester Street here in a few minutes. Stay tuned.
I want to show you something. This is the money we could save by switching from fresh packed California crushed tomatoes to concentrated tomato paste.
I want to show you something too. I got a new door. Go take a look at it.
Nobody uses better ingredients than Little Caesars, like fresh-packed California crushed tomatoes. Pick up a large, deep dish for just $8.
Pizza. Introducing Lincoln Black Label at Diffie Ford Lincoln. Designed to impress those with impeccable taste, Lincoln Black Label features a collection of interior themes and a host of exclusive membership privileges inspired by attention to detail and a love of automobiles. With Lincoln Black Label, you'll enjoy an extended premium maintenance plan that covers wear items or even remote vehicle delivery. Lincoln Black Label isn't about luxury ownership, it's about membership. Lincoln Black Label, exclusively at Diffie Ford Lincoln.
At ASAP Energy, our goal is to provide the best customer service for whatever our clients need.
My relationship with ASAP Energy came about in 2007. I was wanting to build a convenience store. I didn't know how to do it. I'd never been in the business. I just felt comfortable with Rick. And so I knew that I wanted to do business with a guy like that. Integrity, loyalty, and family. I would recommend that to anybody. Thanks for taking a chance on me.
At ASAP Energy, everything matters.
Where were you born? It's a question asked all the time. Because where you're from shapes who you are, inspires how you do things. And when that inspiration comes from a place this refreshing, this majestic, this... well, you get the idea. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
Welcome back to Pete's Corner. We are right outside of Hester Street, where families get to take part in a unique tradition here for Oklahoma State homecoming. Aaron Gonders has more.
Whether it's dyeing the fountain or working on the massive homecoming decks, all signs point to homecoming at OSU being for the students. Hester Street painting, though, opens the door for everyone to be a part of America's greatest homecoming. Andrew Vanneman of the Homecoming Executive Committee says that Hester Street isn't like any other tradition this weekend.
I think what sets Hester Street apart is the variety of ages that can participate. I mean, if you look around, there's a lot of little tiny kids running around painting, all the way to the college students that'll come paint. And so I think that that's what kind of sets it apart is, you know, families, college students, everybody can come out and have fun.
The street painting starts on Wednesday evening and opens first for the families. That means Hester Street is a blank canvas for Stillwater families to show their creativity right here in the middle of campus. It's Kalen Loftus' third Hester Street painting, and he says having his family here with him made all the difference.
That I do things with them that's like I'm having a lot of fun with them when I'm doing events here.
So with families coming out of the woodwork to paint up and down Hester Street, paint the street orange, if you will, the family aspect really sets apart this tradition from the others in America's greatest homecoming. Makes me feel that my stick figures are welcome on this asphalt canvas.
Many college homecomings will have a parade, and that is the extent of the interaction between the students and the local families. In Stillwater, though, the interaction between the students and the surrounding community during homecoming is a truly unique part of the weekend festivities.
You know, I think a lot of times you have the college and then the city, and you know, maybe a lot of families don't like all the college kids come back at the end of the summer. You know, traffic gets busy. There's a lot more chaos, and so I think it helps kind of, you know, bring families onto campus. You know, show support for the university, stuff like that.
As the sun goes down, the students come out. Greek houses come out in droves to make their marks on Hester Street just like the families before them. By the time the night is over, the whole street from the north end of Spears College to the south end is covered in orange paint. For Pete's Corner, I'm Aaron Gonders.
Thanks, Aaron.
Now we're going to go to Garrett Kirksey, where he'll tell us about a unique point of view from photographers and how they prepare for OSU's homecoming.
America's greatest homecoming is in full swing, and with so many memories to make in only a week, who better to capture that perfect moment than a professional photographer?
I like capturing all those moments at homecoming, and you know, we're kind of getting these memories not only for the people who are participating, but you know, also for the university as well.
Gary Lawson and Phil Shockley have been working as photographers for OSU for over 15 years and have gotten the privilege to see homecoming evolve into what it is today.
The first year was probably the most memorable because I'm not from OSU. I mean, I'm not even from Oklahoma. And one of the things that did stick out to me was just the amount of people that showed up for, you know, how big it is. And of course, it's only gotten much bigger since then.
Having photographed so many memories over the years, Phil and Gary see their work as an important part of not only the university's legacy, but also their own.
Possibly 100 years from now, hopefully, you know, people will still look back on these pictures and come away with some you know, good memories.
With homecoming being an incredibly busy time of year for most students, the employees of the Office of Brand Management are kicked into high gear all month long to stay on top of making America's greatest homecoming even better, providing thousands with permanent memories and plenty of photos along the way.
Just glad I get to do it every year. Glad I get to experience this, and I think it's great.
Just a quick reminder that lifelong memories can be captured in a flash. I don't know about you, but I think that caps off this story for Pete's Corner. I'm Garrett Kirksey. Thanks for watching.
The deli department at Homeland is Oklahoma's headquarters for party trays. Enjoy the time with family and friends at your next event, and let your neighborhood Homeland create the perfect fruit, deli, or cheese tray for you. The party planners at Homeland will help you choose the perfect party food, sized just right for your guests. Call us, stop in, or order online, and we'll make it ready for pickup on your schedule. Make your next party special with a party tray from your neighborhood Homeland. Good to be home, Homeland.
Love these things. Hilarious.
Sorry, force of habit.
As long as you are you, it's Miller time.
Hi, it's Sam at Louis Grill and Bar, here to introduce our new menu items from south of the border. Come try our new Poblano chicken tacos, or the ever-popular Sriracha shrimp tacos. At Louis, where you come for the food, but stay for the fun.
Welcome back to Pete's Corner.
One of the more unique traditions of Oklahoma State's homecoming is the annual Homecoming and Hoops event, where it's a hype event for the basketball team. Tony Whitmore has more.
In just a few hours, these seats in Gallagher-Iba Arena will be filled with excited Cowboy and Cowgirl basketball fans, anxiously awaiting this season's arrival. This will be the first Homecoming and Hoops back in GIA since the 2019 season due to COVID and last year's event being hosted at a different location. OSU's Assistant Athletic Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement, Keith Helt, wanted to bring Homecoming and Hoops back to GIA with a bang.
A lot of negotiations with the contracts from the beginning of trying to find an artist that we like, that we think the students and the teams are going to enjoy to the level that we can. So bringing in an artist like Waka is a ton of fun. I think the students are going to have a blast. Setting up the arena for what we need to do with an artist like Waka is a task in itself, but it's definitely going to be worth it for our teams and our students.
I think homecoming is definitely my favorite time of year, and what better way to celebrate than with Waka Flocka Flame coming here to Gallagher-Iba Arena. As excited as I may be, I think someone on our men's basketball team is looking forward to it more than anyone else.
I'm very excited. I'm glad it's back in GIA, and I'm ready to just, have a party with Waka Flocka.
Although other schools may have similar events, OSU's stand out from the rest.
I think anything we do in Gallagher-Iba Arena it makes ours special. It makes ours different. I mean, when you get this place packed with 8,000 to 13,000 people, I mean, it's a deafening place. The energy level is just incredible.
How rowdy it gets in there, how we interact with all the Greeks, and just have them come and be a part of our homecoming with us.
This homecoming event is not one to miss, and it's something that brings joy to GIA each and every year. For Pete's Corner, I'm Tony Wetmore.
It's hard to imagine my life before her, or a day without her. So much of what I take for granted simply wouldn't exist. She is the force that holds our life together. She is my everything. The the center of my universe from Forevermark. The diamond, the promise. Available at Lewis Jewelers.
I'm Randy Heights with 1077 The Franchise, and let me tell you about the HCG diet from New Leaf Wellness and what it's meant to me. Over the last year, I've dropped 90 pounds, and this has been a lifesaver, guys. I'm in a wheelchair, so I can't always get to the gym, and what's been incredible about this diet, when I can't work out, I still lose the weight. 90 pounds in a year is a lot for anyone, but for me, it's been a miracle. Why don't you give New Leaf Wellness Centers a call and see if they can't help you with a free consultation, or go online at newleafcenters.com.
Welcome back to our last segment of Pete's Corner, our homecoming special.
And what's homecoming week without the homecoming game on Saturday?
Noah Blackwell has more, especially since the game is against Texas.
Preparation is in full swing for America's greatest homecoming. The fountain is orange, pumping is happening round clock, and the football team is preparing for a big game Saturday. This year's lucky visitor for the 101st homecoming is the Texas Longhorns. But it's not the first time Texas has rolled into Stillwater on homecoming. In 2018, the 6th-ranked Longhorns won 6 in a row going into the primetime matchup. OSU was in control and fed off the crowd all night. The Cowboys didn't trail once in their 38-35 win.
Crowd was fantastic. Homecoming was fantastic. Obviously, the weather is beautiful. It's a good time to play well and win on prime time. So,
flip the script to this year. Both teams are in the top 20 and battling to stay in the conference race. OSU is coming off their first loss of the season, and Texas looks to keep momentum going, similar to 2018. Margin of error is low for the Cowboys, facing a high-powered Longhorns offense.
He's a good player. The other back they put in there is a good player. The quarterback obviously flips it around pretty good. 8 is dynamic.
It's not homecoming without some drama. In 2018, as time was running out, Tom Herman, UT's coach at the time, got into a screaming match with Gundy. This was prompted after Gundy goes on the field to tell his players to huddle after a Texas player goes full contact on the final kneel down. In 2020, the roles were reversed. There was no official homecoming that year, but the UT game was marked as the homecoming game. OSU was ranked 6th in the country and the only undefeated Big 12 team left. Sam Ehlinger and crew came in and upset the Cowboys in an overtime shocker, winning 41-34. To make it worse, OSU students were the talk on social media with the Surrender Cobra memes. The last 5 matchups have been one-possession games, with OSU winning 3 of the last 5. The next chapter of a wild series is Saturday at 2:30 on Fox. For Pete's Corner, I'm Noah Blackwell.
Thanks, Noah.
Bo, what do you think is going to happen in this game?
I think the Cowboys are going to win in a high-scoring affair of 49-42. Now, Jason, what do you think is going to happen?
I think with a healthy team and a healthy Spencer Sanders, the Cowboys can bounce back after a loss to TCU last week and win this game 24-21.
Now, that does it for our show. You all have a safe and happy homecoming week. And remember, go Pokes.
Nobody uses better ingredients than Little Caesars, like fresh-packed California crushed tomatoes. Pick up a large, deep dish for just $8.
Pizza. Introducing Lincoln Black Label at Diffie Ford Lincoln. Designed to impress those with impeccable taste, Lincoln Black Label features a collection of interior themes and a host of exclusive membership privileges, inspired by attention to detail and a love of automobiles. With Lincoln Black Label, you'll enjoy an extended premium maintenance plan that covers wear items or even remote vehicle delivery. Lincoln Black Label isn't about luxury ownership, it's about membership. Lincoln Black Label, exclusively at Diffie Ford Lincoln.
At ASAP Energy, our goal is to provide the best customer service for whatever our clients need.
my relationship with ASAP Energy came about in 2007. I was wanting to build a convenience store. I didn't know how to do it. I'd never been in the business. I just felt comfortable with Rick. And so I knew that I wanted to do business with a guy like that. Integrity, loyalty, and family. I would recommend that to anybody. Thanks for taking a chance on me.
At ASAP Energy, everything matters.
Where were you born? It's a question asked all the time. Because where you're from shapes who you are, inspires how you do things. And when that inspiration comes from a place this refreshing, this majestic, this, well, you get the idea. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.